Hello YouTube. So some people have asked me a few questions about my setup. It's obviously a temporary setup. It can be rearranged however I want, whenever I want. But at the moment it is 3 tracks. The middle track is the Kato M1 set with the power pack. The outer track is the Kato V6 outer track, and the inner track is the Kato V6 inner track. I have over on the side here to connect the M1 to the V6. Their double crossover works pretty good. And then just below that, for some of the switching operations, I have the runaround. I keep wanting to say roundabout like a car, but no, the runaround set. I believe that's the V1, and I added an extra turnout so it can come on down, hit this turnout, this other turnout, and go into some little operations over on the side here, along with over here near the bridges. I have another turnout too that comes over to the Bachman Sunnyvale station, which I'm using more as a factory look. And lost the chimney there, but oh well. So the crane, I made it myself. It's part of an HO scale bridge set, which I only used about a third of the set, so I have a lot of extra pieces, but yeah, just glued it together however I felt looked appropriate. And I'm probably going to add a little more structure to the top because there's not a whole lot on there. Like I said, I got plenty of that HO bridge stuff left. Probably want to finish it, I'll paint it like a bright yellow, I think. The container crane on top is made from a crane and boom set that I basically took apart and repurposed it by rearranging all the pieces and gluing it together. Then I kind of made a little ladder, little tower into a stairs here out of the, I believe that was the Bachman, the coal something or other, coal tower. Can't quite remember what it is. But yeah, all the cars on my track right now are, I believe they're all micro trains and Atherons, and they're the 40s and the 48 footers. This engine is by Bachman, just one of their little what is that, GP 35, GP 40, something like that. I'm not the greatest at all that stuff, naming all those pieces. And then these two are by Kato. And so basically the way I have it set up is I have a 1/2 inch thick piece of foam, and these are really big pieces of foam. I got them at Home Depot. They're part of some kind of insulation. Took 2 of them side by side, but they cover the whole top of my desk. And because I like to rearrange things, pull this set apart and change it up whenever I want, I just poke some holes in it, run the wires through, and then I have the bridges so all the wires have a place to come out of. I know it's a real rat's nest, but it works. And got 2 Kato power packs with 8 switches. Yeah, there's, believe it or not, 8 switches on this track. Well, one of them's for the double crossover there. The road, I just found that off of eBay. It was just N-scale road. It was like 3 feet for, I don't know, maybe like $10. It's like a really hard kind of a paper. The yard here is just 2 pieces of grid plastic that I hit up with some concrete spray paint. Yeah, just grabbed a bunch of these. Like I said, I think it's micro trains and Atherons is the main stuff, but I mean, there's probably some other things in here. Some Bachman. I know this Far East double 20-footers, I think, are Bachmann. All these container cars are magnetic, and yeah, they really stay on there. They don't go anywhere. I just threw a little forest in the background, just something to have. These buildings, I did not make these buildings. I do not know what kit they are. They're very, very detailed. My local hobby shop, Arnie's Trains over in Huntington Beach, I guess someone had passed away and a family member brought in all these buildings. I mean, there was 3 times this amount, but I couldn't grab them all up. But just incredible amount of detail. This gentleman was really, really into it. I mean, I do this just kind of for fun. This guy, a true hobbyist. So, very detailed. Like I said, I don't know what kits they are. But, I mean, you look at these buildings, and you look at something like this little Bachmann here, and I mean, you can definitely see a difference. Haven't painted the water tower yet. I think when I do a permanent layout one day, I'll paint the water tower, and that way I can put the name of whatever my layout's going to be on the side of the water tower, kind of like, the city name or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just at the moment, three tracks, 2 trains going around, 2 bridges to have a place for the wires to come out of. Oh, the thing about this cheap foam, you just take a little screwdriver and by hand you can punch right through it, but you don't have to carve any trails out or anything for the wires. You just apply some pressure and the wires dig their own little grooves into this really cheap foam. And then, of course, this is just a roll of green mat that you can pick up at the hobby stores. And yeah, just cut a little X into it and drill the holes, and there you go. So yeah, there's my layout. Basically just M1, V6, V5, double crossover over there, the V1, and then purchased a bunch of extra turnouts so I can have some, a small little bit of operations. Not much, but I mean, it's a little something, right? I mean, that's all you need till one day you can make your permanent layout. So yeah, there you go. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below, and give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just doing this to put some content out there to help other people out. But yeah, if you want a rearrangeable or temporary layout, this is one way to go. So thanks a lot, YouTube. Have a good day.